How can you use your 9 to 5 as a stepping stone to build the life you truly desire, even while working within the structure of a traditional workday? I legit got that one off of Google. So like, you could honestly just look that one up and find it. I didn't think of that at all. Thank you, Google. You've been coming in clutch. But I'm making this video today because I got work tomorrow and I just don't know. Like, everybody got a different avenue, a different path in life. Some people, they do sports. Some people, they content creators, and other people be working that 9 to 5 life, and it's so weird because it's like some people see a 9 to 5 as bad and other people see a 9 to 5 as good. And I don't want people to get confused on a 9 to 5 as in like you work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. because a 9 to 5 could legit be anything. If you work the overnight shift, you're still working what they call, in quotations, a 9 to 5. Regardless of what it is, if you're working a 6-hour or a 10-hour shift, which is me, 10 hours, but whatever it is, it's a 9 to 5, And that's why I bring up the topic of this video, because your 9 to 5 is not a dead end. I know a lot of people may look at it and be like, oh, well, if I work this job, that's it. I'm working a dead end job. Like, there's nowhere for me to go. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to bring up the, oh, well, you could become a manager. You could be blah, 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 blah. Nah, forget all that. We ain't trying to do that. We trying to be financially free. We trying to be out here working that real life. You feel me? A 9 to 5 is kind of a part of that, to be honest, because you got to start somewhere before you can get to where you want to be. And a 9 to 5 is kind of in that rotation. Now, a lot of people, they graduate college and they can immediately get a job after college. Some people get that, and there's other people that don't, and they got to work a 9 to 5. And I'm here to tell you that there's really nothing wrong with that. If you're still working a 9 to 5 right now, honestly, it's going to suck, because working a 9 to 5 and then having to come home and having to work on other side businesses or whatever it is that your side hustle is, while on top of that, trying to have weekends for yourself and having only the weekends to work, it's going to be rough. I'm not gonna lie. And that's one of the things that I mentioned in a previous video about sacrificing, because if you work a 9 to 5, you're gonna have to sacrifice some days to work on your side business. You're gonna have to sacrifice a weekend to work on your side business, and that's gonna be rough while working a 9 to 5. It really is. But that comes into having the passion for something. If you really feel passionate about whatever it is that side hustle is, then being tired really isn't going to stress you out all that much, or it's really not going to affect you all that much. But if you don't really find any passion in what you're doing, and you're doing it just in the eyes of I want money, or in the eyes of I'm just doing it just because I'm trying to leave my 9 to 5, then that side hustle instantly is going to become the same as your 9 to 5. I know that was deep, right? I know. I'm not even gonna hold you. I really don't want to go to work tomorrow, y'all. But it's one of those things where I just think about like, yo, I really just gotta continue to grind and continue to hustle, and eventually I'll make it, Hell, even if I don't make it, like, there's so many avenues that you could take with working a 9 to 5. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta keep up the grind. You just gotta keep up the hustle, And one day you'll reap the benefits of your reward. But that all comes with sacrificing and not giving up and making sure that you work through whatever it is that you're going through. I know a lot of people work a 9 to 5 and they hate it. And I actually listened to a podcast, and I'm going to mention him again because I love listening to this dude's podcast. You should check him out. YouTube, Therapy. He is hilarious. And he talked about in one of his episodes, this is a really way back episode, he talks about working a 9 to 5, and just, if you don't like the job, then quit. I know that's hard for a lot of people, right? Because it's like, oh, if the 9 to 5 is the only thing that's paying me, I can't quit. Like, that is true, and I 100% get that, because I felt the same way. And I realize it right now that, like, when I quit my job to start up my own business and it didn't pop off immediately, and I had to get another job to be able to support myself and the side business to make sure that I didn't, go bankrupt or go under, I really looked at it as like, this ain't a dead end for me, Like, I'm not going to get stuck here working this job for the rest of my life. And it took a while for me to finally realize that. And yes, the job was stressful that I'm currently doing right now, but over time, my brain just started going, you ain't going to be here forever, dog. You ain't gonna be here forever. You got to get out. You got to do something else. You got to work up and use this as just a stepping stone to get to where you want to be, because obviously you don't want to be here forever. And I know I don't want to be there forever. I know a lot of you don't want to be at your 9 to 5 forever, but it ain't a dead end. And it doesn't matter how far you are in the job world. It doesn't matter how old you are. At the end of the day, whatever it is that you want to do, if you feel as you want to do it, man, just go do it. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's going to take some time, yes, but I'm telling you right now, working that 9 to 5 or working whatever job it is, that 10-hour shift, that 12-hour shift, whatever it is it's all a part of the plan, man. It's all a part of the plan. And your 9 to 5 is not a dead end. I know there's a lot of people that's going to disagree with me. If you made it this far in the video and you're one of those people, hey man, I don't necessarily want to disagree with you, because I mean, hey, some people really do feel like it's a dead end. Working a 9 to 5 and clocking out, coming home, or if you work from home, you do your little thing and then you come home, like, hey man, I get it, bro. I get it. I come home a lot of days tired. I come home a lot of days wanting to just quit. Like I said, tomorrow I really don't feel like going in, but the thing that keeps me going obviously is the bills. Like, you can't forget the bills. But the thing that really keeps me going is knowing that if I keep myself afloat long enough, I'll eventually get to where I want to be. And that day I'm able to just finally be like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm done. No more of this cycle of working at this job for me. I'm finally free. I'm finally done. It's going to be the best feeling ever. And it's going to be an amazing feeling knowing that I didn't quit no matter how much I wanted to quit. Like, I wanted to quit for so long. And knowing that I'm still pushing through and persevering just makes me know that I could get through so much. I ain't gonna hold you. I could get through so much. And a 9 to 5 is just another stepping stone in that life, or 10-hour shift, or whatever it is you're doing is just another stepping stone to that. There are a lot of people who have worked jobs they did not want to work at, but eventually got to where they wanted to be off of working that 9 to 5. And I know a lot of people probably have that question of like, oh, how can I use my 9 to 5 as a stepping stone? It doesn't feel like I'll get anywhere because I'm not learning anything at the job that I'm doing. Look, I give it to you like this. If you want to make music, use that 9 to 5 for money for studio time. Save up so that way you can make your own studio, or save up so that way you could get studio time. Work on songs on your off time. If you got a break during your job, work on songs during your break. And that applies to a lot of other things. Whatever you feel as it is that you want to do, when you work that 9 to 5, you work that 9 to 5, be the best you could be or half-ass it. It really don't matter. If that job is just your stepping stone at the end of the day, do what you got to do. But always find a way to work and do whatever it is you can to get that side hustle to become your 9 to 5. Like I said, if you need to pump money into your side business from your 9 to 5, do it. If you got to save up money so that way you could buy that oven so you could start baking cookies, yo, save up that money. Stop playing around. Because whatever you do at that 9 to 5, you are easily replaceable. I will tell you this now. Everybody feels as, oh, I do the best at my job possible. I could never be replaced. They'll never replace me. I'll tell you right now, there's somebody out there that can always do your job better than you, that will work for less. Or hell, there's somebody that doesn't do as good as you do, but they do just enough to be able to get by. And they'll do it for more or they'll do it for less. And guess what? Your job will easily replace you. I've seen it. At the current job that I work at, a lot of people come and go. A lot of people come and go. Because that's all these jobs are. It's just a factory for easily replaceable people. I put somebody in, work them as much as I can, take them out, put somebody else in there that'll do the same thing. And that's all these jobs are. And you just gotta find a way to leave. Like the quote says, you know? Use your 9 to 5 as your stepping stone. You work 10 hours, you work 12 hours, however long it is that you work. Don't let that job overwork you. Work to build the job that you want for yourself. Keep your aspirations. And that's where I'll leave it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so that way you're notified of any other videos that I upload. Do anything that you can to make my non-existent videos be seen. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Desaya signing off.